if it comes back, I don't see them coming back as a rental place. I see them coming back as a video and video games like DVDs and stuff sales. Nobody's gonna rent stuff, I don't think. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually got into it wasn't supposed to be an argument, but this guy like took offense to it on Facebook about it because he posted the story about their they updated their website, they might be back, blah 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 blah, and then
sorry, let me just stop you real quick. That whole thing. Who is sitting at home going, I wonder what Blockbuster.com is doing now? Just typed it in.
Yeah, right. But yeah, he posted that story, and then he was like, "Oh, I thought about starting, a little rental place around here or whatever. I think that could be successful." And I was like, or he was talking about like exclusively like video game rentals, pretty much. And I was like, I mean, I liked it. Like, I like the idea of it, but I was like, video game companies are pushing more and more towards digital, so that's not going to be a sustainable business model. And he's like, well, his response. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'll finish after.
Well, his response was, well, where the hell did you get that from? I'm like, the world? And he's like, well, I have a bunch of video games pre-ordered, and every single one of them are digital or physical copies. So he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Physical still around. I was like, there are video games out there, like you had pointed out that Redfall game. If you order quote unquote physical, it's a box with a code inside to download the game.
Oh, a couple of Switch games do that too.
Oh. Yeah, and I told him this, and he stopped responding. So I win.
I don't know what the hell you win, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I always figure if you say something on, like, if you respond to somebody who's arguing with you and then they stop, 9 times out of 10 it's because they have no good comeback, and you're like, okay, I won, I guess.
Or the 1 out of the 10 is I don't want to argue anymore. I'm done.
Yeah,
that happens to me on Wednesdays with the Freakazoids.
Oh God, yeah. Well,
but, some people were sharing pictures a couple days ago of all their targets. Like, one guy posted it, another guy posted his, another guy posted, and of course it's all guys. We all know they are, because it's in the major pod group.
Even more events, yeah.
There's actually a couple women in there, but they were all sharing stuff, and then I threw one in there too. I just happened to take a picture. I was gonna send it to you, and I just completely forgot. And it's at Target. They have no more like Blu-rays or games or anything physical.
Wow.
Like barely, like any. They're all just gone. The section's there, but they're empty. I'm like, yeah, physical's completely dead, in my opinion.
That's nuts. It sucks because I love having physical, and people have been saying now where they want to. People are hunting out like old VHS tapes and like that they can convert themselves, whatever, because they're like, so many things are being like, every time they re-release something, especially digital, it's so easy to do. Like, they change it, they edit it, they change it for modern audience or whatever the hell. So people are like, well, I want the original uncut version, whatever. And the only way you can really do that is on VHS. So
yeah, let's for the purpose of our podcast, there are VHS of wrestling events where it's like unedited music and stuff and things like that.
Yep.
I mean, it applies everywhere.
And not that I'm like, oh man, I got to see this. I ain't give a crap about it. But like stuff that's a little, kind of racially insensitive, like the whole Piper at WrestleMania, was it 6?
Yeah.
Where he painted himself half black. That is cut from Peacock, which, again, I get it.
That was the Nation of Domination parody.
Yep, there's that too. So, oh God, yeah. Like I said, I get it. I can see why. I'm not stupid. I'm just, if you want it uncut and whatever, the only way to do that is physical. It's way too easy to alter digital. But me, who likes to watch, a ton of stuff, like I like binge watching or whatever, the best way to do that is digital. And I have so much crap at my fingertips. It's like I'll never run out of content ever. So, but either way,
I think on the video game thing too, it's more of a convenience aspect. You just hit boom, download right on your console.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to worry about games scratching or whatever else.
Yeah, right.
Like, I remember that was a problem with the Xbox 360. Is
a lot of people, it had one of the most notoriously bad disc reading systems.
Right.
Like, you couldn't even have like a hair on there.
Well, the other problem with it was most people would stand it up because they would kind of push. It's like, oh, you can stand it up on the side, where it's tall. Well, a lot of people did that. But if anything happened, like if the disc was running and it tipped over by any chance, it scratched the crap out of that disc to the point of where it was unusable ever again.
Yeah, right.
So
now, me being OCD, I would never stand a console vertical.
I made the mistake of doing it one time, and it happened, and I paid for it. After that, never ever again did I stand it up straight.